The finale opens with Joyce trying to calm Derek, who's in full meltdown mode and convinced she is an evil kidnapper. Joyce explains the truth. Will was taken by a monster and now the same thing wants Derek, but Derek keeps insisting Mr. Watsit warned him already. Joyce tells him this guy isn't who he thinks and that all the monsters are working for him. She frees Derek once he promises to cooperate and instantly regrets it when he shoves her down and bolts. Derek sprints through the barn, freaking out everyone. Will tries stopping him, gets dirt thrown in his eyes, and watches Derek climb the rafters and kick the ladder away. Then Will freezes, cold trance, vision incoming, as a Demogorgon barrels toward the barn. Joyce grabs an axe and actually goes one-on-one with the thing until Steve, Dustin, Nancy, and Jonathan show up and ram it with the car. It runs off and rips open a gate, diving back into the Upside Down. Steve decides his car is strong enough to smash through too, so he floors it and launches them through the gate seconds before it closes. Back inside the barn, Will gets another vision. Holly and 3 other kids are trapped in a Vecna-style web with tentacles in their mouths. He paints it out and finally says it. Mr. Watsit is Henry Creel, aka One, aka Vecna. The group pieces together Vecna's new pattern. Holly was Night 1, 3 more kids Night 2, and Will's visions show 12 total spires. That means Vecna is aiming for 12 kids total. No one knows why, but everyone knows they need to stop him fast. Meanwhile, Hawkins is spiraling. The military is scooping up every 9-10-year-old and taking them to McZ. One dad, Alan Miller, gets his daughter taken right in front of him. Mike and Lucas report they saw Debbie Miller loaded onto one of the buses too. Joyce figures out the only way to beat the quarantine is to use the tunnels under McZ. If they can dig into the barracks bathroom floor, they can secretly pull the kids out and smuggle them to Murray. They just need someone inside to map the bathroom coordinates, and since Derek wasn't caught in the sweep, he becomes the only candidate. While Derek goes undercover at the base, Will, Mike, Joyce, Robin, and Lucas start carving out the tunnel path. Will and Mike talk about the hive, and Mike argues that Will has power, not like Vecna, but something innate, something they're gonna need. When Derek reaches the base's bathroom and starts searching for kids who've seen Henry, the underground team keeps digging. They accidentally hit a pipe, panic, and try to patch it. Right then, Ashley Miller walks in, freaks out at the sight, and alerts the guards. Soldiers burst in and arrest Will, Mike, Derek, and Joyce, but before the military can move them, the ground starts shaking. Will gets another vision as Demogorgons punch through floors and walls and start attacking the base. Kids get dragged into portals, rifts crack across Hawkins, and chaos erupts everywhere. Throughout the mess, the main squad manages to get 5 kids into the tunnels, 3 make it to Murray with Robin, and 2 escape with Lucas. At the base entrance, Mike notices a figure walking toward a portal. When it opens, Vecna steps out, fully restored. The military unloads everything at him, but he wipes out the entire squad like they're nothing. Joyce tries to protect Will, but gets thrown aside. Vecna pulls Will toward him and lays out his whole philosophy. Kids are weak, moldable, perfect vessels. Will was the first to prove it could work. As Vecna talks, we see Demogorgons dragging kids through portals, confirming he's already executing whatever plan he's building. Vecna releases Will and vanishes back into the Upside Down. That's when everything converges. A demo charges Robin, another charges Lucas, another leaps at Mike. Will flashes back to Robin's earlier speech about accepting who you are. Memories flood in, Mike, Castle Byers, the early days, and then Will's eyes go completely white. A Demogorgon freezes mid-air, Vecna style, its limbs snapping violently. Will collapses with a nosebleed and cut to black. Steve, Nancy, Jonathan, and Dustin's storyline kicks off when they ram the Demogorgon with Steve's car. It escapes into a portal, and Steve decides to drive the car through the gate after it. They make it through, but later Dustin's tracker leads them into Roan Cemetery, and Steve smashes the BMW into a fleshy upside-down wall. The car becomes fused into it. Eventually, they regroup with Dustin, who reveals something wild. His telemetry shows the creature-made wall is a perfect circle, enclosing the entire Upside Down. He triangulates everything and finds the center point, Hawkins' lab, where it all started. They agree to head toward the lab as soon as Hopper and Eleven come get them. Max's plotline stays inside Henry's nightmare world, where she's been hiding in a cave, a memory Henry is terrified of. She finds Holly and tries to lead her out, but Holly panics after learning she was lured there with a fake note. Max convinces her she's real by sharing personal details. Inside the cave, Max reveals everything. Henry's curse on his victims creates gates, and her own death opened the fourth one, splitting Hawkins. Holly asks how Max is alive if Henry killed her, and Max finally says it. She actually died. She just doesn't know how long she was gone before something dragged her back. Max then recounts what happened after her death, waking in the Rainbow Room, wandering through memories until she realized she was stuck inside Henry's mind. She lays out her 3 doors philosophy: give up, accept you're stuck, escape. She tried escaping by following Kate Bush, the real-world music Lucas used to reach her. It led her to the moment of her death. She found a glowing portal into her hospital room where Lucas sat holding her hand, but the music cut, the portal vanished, and Henry appeared. She ran until she found the cave, the one memory he avoids, and stayed there. But Holly's arrival changes everything. Max decides escape is possible again, but Holly has to act normal around Henry so he doesn't notice she's gone. Holly, terrified, agrees, and that's where the episode leaves them. Hopper and Eleven scout a military tower in the Upside Down. Hopper doubts her theory that Vecna is powerless inside the facility, but Eleven insists she's right. They argue about Eleven jumping the fence and timing her landing with thunder, but Dustin interrupts them from the Upside Down. They need Eleven to free the car. Hopper tells them not to move, he'll come for them. Hopper finally lets her attempt the full run and break into the Magzi vault. She's emotional but determined. They sneak in using a distraction. Hopper steals a key card, but it doesn't open the vault. Eleven tries forcing it with her powers, but an alarm triggers a sonic weapon that drops her to her knees and cancels her abilities. Dr. K finds her, acting like she's been hunting her forever. Eleven knows exactly who she is. Dr. K doesn't realize she is seconds away from getting wrecked. Akers and his men tear through the halls searching for Hopper. They kill the scientist, but Hopper ambushes them. His gun jams, giving a tentacled upside-down creature time to grab him. Dr. K enters and explains that the heat Hopper's producing weakens the creature, and in the cold it would be unstoppable. She offers to save Hopper in exchange for answers. Eleven returns just in time to distract K. Hopper breaks free, knocks her out, and grabs Eleven. He tells her to escape into the woods where the sonic devices can't reach her. He gives her a compass and orders her to regroup at the graveyard. The goodbye is emotional. He calls her Jane, tells her he loves her, and locks her out as he goes to sacrifice himself. But then the sonic devices shut off, the vault door unlocks, Hopper walks back out alive. Inside the vault, Hopper reveals what was actually behind the door: 8, Eleven's sister, trapped in a machine. How long she's been there and why is clearly getting saved for Volume 2. Earlier in the tunnels, Robin shared a personal story with Will, how she once thought Tommy Thompson was her big revelation, but losing her crushed her confidence. When she found an old film of her 4th grade self, carefree and fearless, she realized she'd been looking for answers in someone else instead of herself. That moment became her turning point. When she finally accepted who she was, she felt like she could fly. Will doesn't explain it, but the story hits him deeply. It becomes the emotional trigger for the finale, the moment he discovers his own power. Episode 4 ends with everything converging at Magzi. Demogorgons pour out of rifts, the town collapses into chaos, and Vecna emerges fully restored. He wipes out the entire military squad, grabs Will, and monologues about his plan for the 12 children. Kids are dragged through portals, rifts expand, and Lucas, Robin, and Murray barely escort their kids to safety as Demogorgons chase them down. Then Will's memory montage activates, Robin's speech echoes in his head, and the Demogorgon freezes in mid-air, killed the same way Vecna kills. Will's eyes go wide, his nose bleeds, and the episode ends.